Okay, so we continue. We continue with our big topic. I'm not sure how big is it. No, not so big. So we started last time, writing and erasing. Okay, and we're going through a practical application. So next practical application is hospital admission. So meaning something happened on Yom Tov, and person has to fill his or her information. I'm not sure how is the different today. I think last time when I was taking somebody to the hospital, to emergency room, I mean, they took all of the information. Did they have to sign? I mean, not me, but that person maybe. I don't remember. I think, yeah, that person had to sign. But, okay. Did they give us information before, Phil? I don't remember. Maybe. So let's see. One who needs to be admitted to a hospital on Yom Tov may not sign any admission forms. However, the hospital staff refuses to admit the patient without signature. Right? So they say, okay, you're not going to sign. They have to understand. They're not just being annoying people. It's like a release form that you sign. They give him permission to treat you, to give you some do some procedures, some checkups. I mean, they're not going to do that unless you agree. You sign that you don't have allergies, right? If you have allergy, then they ask you, do you have allergy? You said no, but you do. And guess what? Since it was not signed, somebody can sue the hospital. Right, so of course. However, if the hospital staff refuses to admit the patient without signature, or a patient needs surgery, right, and the doctors will not perform it unless consent form is signed, one may sign in a usual fashion. Right, so if you have no choice, and I think in my understanding, most of the time they would make you not to write, but not to fill an application, but at least sign, right? So if there is no choice, you can sign in unusual fashion. What does it mean? Right-handed person should sign with the left hand, and vice versa. Okay. Right. So with left hand, it's a not normal way of doing things, right? So we said in order for a violation to be biblical, it must be intentional. So in this case, of course, it is intentional. You intend to write something, right? But second requirement is the usual way. So if you write with the right hand, so you sign with the left hand. And ambidextrous person, meaning can do things with two hands, should hold the pen with the point to the back of his hand while signing, meaning to the top. I don't know, what does it mean? To the hold the pen with the point to the back of his hand. I don't know, like upside down something while signing, because for him it's doesn't matter which hand to use. I don't know many people who can write with the left and right hand equally. I can do many things with my left hand, but I cannot write with left hand, right? But looks like this person can, so very, very different from usual way. It goes without saying that if this will result in life-threatening delay, one should immediately sign in the usual fashion. So, because as we said before many times, if it's life-threatening situation, Shabbos, so you do it yourself, and you don't ask anybody else to do it, not child, not your non-Jewish neighbor, nobody. You do it yourself, and in the usual fashion, so to save life as quick as possible. Why? Because we just made this clip not too long ago, right? Because we ensure that the Jew is going to live, right? Why he's going to live? Because he's going to perform mitzvahs. So by saving his life, we're making sure that the Torah continues in the world. And that's the main point of saving life. not because life is so precious. I mean, that depends who. People go going crazy, but you say, yeah, somebody else, many lives are useless. And if you ask the relatives, of this person, they will say, yeah, I hope that they would die soon. And I hear from parents, they hate their children so much, they wish them to die, unfortunately. Young children, not teenagers.